ating chat dito. Ayan, guys, ayusin natin. Check natin, check. Ito, yung dapat ka na. Yan. So, yung ano pala natin guys, mahanap niyo itong Facebook natin. Ay, Facebook, YouTube. Diyan sa, hala, lapag natin lang ating YouTube. Hanap natin to. What's up, Kuya Sherwin Limosnero? So, kung hindi pa kayo nakasubscribe sa YouTube channel ko, I will be posting there. Dapat kung gagawin. Like katulad nito. Wait lang. Paano ba natin masishare itong YouTube na ito? I'll send you the link para hindi kayo mawala. Grabe namang mawala, no? Here it. I'm just gonna give you my channel. I post it up there. Post it up there sa YouTube comment section. So here's my YouTube. You can also find yung Twitch. Alright. So let us hintay natin. Wala kasi magawa kaya nag-stream na lang. Kaya kung makikita ba sa ating yes, nakikita. Ayos natin. Para makita yung okay. So ganyan. Kaya natin mahanap yung mga bagay yun. So according sa title, sinabi itong viewer na to. In case hindi mahanap ang Twitch ko, sige. Tulungan ko kayo. By the way, uy, I already learned. We already gained guys. Sige lang. Hindi ko alam kung makikita nyo. So we already gained 227 views dito. So make sure check it out. 15 views, 8 views. So you can find there my. What about Twitch? Let's go to Twitch. Same thing. Nakikita niya lang. Hindi natin dito like ito. Sige kapag natin. Okay lang ba? Okay lang ba ano ko? Pinarinig ko narinig ang boses ko dito. Yeah. Okay, tapos na. Alright. Flat rate. Pa rin tayo dito sa YouTube. So, pasensya nyo na sapagkat hindi masyado ito maganda ang ating streaming platform. But nevertheless, hey, what's up, Kuya Justin Sabuco? So today, huwag muna tayo didiretso sa ating let's react to some memes. Okay, let's react to some memes. Okay, talking about lip sync. Wait lang, saan yan? Yun. Wait lang. Coldplay, where's my webcam? Yun. So, nahanap natin yung webcam ko. Saan mo siya maganda ilagay? Saan mo siya maganda ilagay? Hey, decimal system. Yes. Lumabas mo. So, hindi ko gets yung bully nun, legit bro. Para ayan, text, yes sir. Given the, ano yun, ng DeepSeek, no? Grabe. Narate lang yung US mga economy. Wait lang, ayusin natin sa Taiwan. Paano makikita? Yun. Never forget who was there for you at your lowest. Hindi ka ba na-experience you guys? Hindi ka na-experience yun na magiging maging therapist ng ChatGPT. By the way, as far as I learned, you can run DeepSeek locally. Tutunan ko lang din to. Ito. By the way, you can do it also in the command prompt. Wait lang. You need to notify. You need to notify everyone in sa ating comment section. Followers. You got my followers out. Sir, then highlight. Section ba? What's up, Steve? What's up, what's up? So dito, you can, by the way, you must download first Olama. Olama, download it in order for keep up learning with large language models. So, hindi ko alam kung maririnig yung boses ko or maganda pakinggan kasi sapagkat nagkaroon ko ng sakit kaya medyo ito yung boses ko. Tapos may sinisipon pa, tapos inuubo pa. Alright, so after you run it, you can Olama run see. I think I'll also do this in ChatGPT. Kung five, so itong mga numbers na ito guys. That is just how much kung anong model ang you can also, I think there's 7, 8, 7, I think 7, 7B. Which, yun yung pinakamalaki. Eh, yung sa akin, ito lang, 1.5 lang. 1.5B. If you enter, then it's gonna think. Then, magpapakita yan siya dyan. Hindi, yan. Send a message. So, hi. So, yes. Ito pala guys, yan yung determine kung gaano ka-accurate yung AI mo. Okay, so yan. How's your day? Is your day? Saan ka? I'm DPR1 on artificial intelligence. And for the last 5 years, I was an AI researcher at Tsinghua University in China, where I developed various neural network models and published analysis papers in the field of natural language processing. If you have any questions, apparently, if you ask him about the Tiananmen Square, hindi niya alam. It's because, yeah, we all know the Chinese. China ang gumawa nito. But also, kung ayaw mo na ganitong UI, kasi masakit sa mata, lalo na kung maraming response or yung chat nyo na, you can have an UI for that. And that is the chat box. So, dito, may nagawa tayo. Ayan. So, you can just, ano ba? Kasi, yun ko lang yung chat. Settings. Yes. So, yun lang. Makikita nyo yan. Makikita nyo yan since download niya. 1.5 lang. Oh, yan. Then you can add it there. Chat. Just chilling. Just add that. Just chilling. How can I help you? How can I help you? Say, ito yung magiging ano. That's it for now. Nasasagot kasi walang Wi-Fi. I don't know. Okay lang. By the way, if you run it dito sa terminal, you don't need a Wi-Fi even if off ito. Okay? So, babalik din tayo niya. Alright. So, that's it. Just download chatbox. Mahanap niyo. Mahanap niyo lang din yan. Dito. Chat access. Ganyan. Yes, sir. Tapos download, can download it. Yan. Ito yung lalabas pag sa web. And I use that as ano, Olama. Ay, hindi. Olama, yes. Olama. Then you can have that. Hi, going back. What's up, what's up? Lina. May Valenzuela. Sorry, Valdehueza Castilla Galagar Bala. Hi. It's a mouthful. What's up sila tong viewer? Eh, hi, Steve. Basta na, musta? Wala ko siya tayo magawa, no? Nanonood lang tayo ng mga memes. Nanonood lang tayo ng mga memes ngayon, guys. Nagawa ba ako ng Reddit? You was the guy she told you not to wear. Kaya doesn't, hindi ko relate. Hindi ako makarelate. Of course. Can someone please tell me what's coming out of my... Oh, I thought this was a meme. You meet a girl, she's beautiful, she plays vacation. She is also a hacker. She has gone. Windows has inconsistency with icons and design in some areas. By the way, much relatable ko dito. Kasi, yeah, according sa title, why can't my virtual machine work? Kasi because makikita natin mamaya kung bakit hindi. Magkakaroon ako ng problem. Kasi gusto ko mapag-aralan kung paano ma-experience yung Linux experience. I want also to learn about hacking, so much the more. By the way, don't worry guys, hindi ko pa natapos yung Chrome extension ko. At i-release ko din yan or ilalabas ko din sa Chrome extension web store. Sooner, I think matapos itong month na to. Hindi masyado siya maganda. I tell you, hindi ako confident doon. I'm happy kasi nagawa ko yun. Marami akong natutunan even though hindi naman ako marunong mag-JavaScript. Pero natuto ako mag-JavaScript using AI. So, yun yung first project ko from the scratch. Hindi. Second project because my first project was to-do list. Is to-do list. Pero wala siyang UI. On the, ano lang, terminal ng web, ng VS Code. So, I did learn about array, kung paano maglagay ng mga array, mga elements dun sa array, paano magtanggal, paano mag-delete. So, that was a huge help for me. And also, starting this year, I started making projects every month. So basically, on this January, I created a Chrome extension for blocking websites that may be distracting for you. And also, this February, I think I'm also going to game dev para talagang explore ideas. And while on February, I'll delving to game dev with my friend. Kasi kasi alok niya ako na mag-code sa kanyang pinaplanong laro na sa Roblox, which Roblox is a good starting point sa mga game developers. You will have the basics. So, hindi naman ako talagang expert doon. I don't have yet the experience, but I am very excited to try everything. Mapa-cybersec pa niyan. Maybe soon, mag-aaral ako paano mag-hacking. May ethical hacking no? Hindi ko naman mag-hack ng mga bad ways or unethical ways kasi yan, delikado na. And while learning that, I also will be learning virtual machine. By the way, ChatGPT is the first AI model to lose its job because of AI. Basically, technically, okay. Like, hapon, I think last week, puro DeepSeek dito, ChatGPT, ganun. Eh? Let's go to chat DeepSeek to. Patry natin. Kasi hindi ko siya try kasi hindi ka makalagin sapagkat maraming nagkakaroon ka ng issue ito. At ganito, kung nakikita niyo guys, yun. Ito, nakikita niyo ba? Wait a minute. Hindi ko natatakpan ko. Oops. Yun. Saan ko? Yun. Kung makikita niyo dito, due to large-scale malicious attacks on DeepSeek services, registration may be busy. Please wait and try again. Registered users can log in. Let's try. Let's try. Ah, may na. Ay, just log in with Google na lang. Kasi baka maano tayo eh. Malanganin. Natin kay Matt not found na Gmail. Ah, sorry, version Google again. Yes, sir. Bakit na makalagin? Na makapag-try ng iba't ibang ways. Wait, sino ba itong isang viewer natin? I hope okay lang kayo dyan. What's up? What's up, UWCX? Di kita napansin ah. What's up? Kumusta? I don't know if you are just English speaking. Okay. Oh, tagal na. Messages. Let's go. Ay, nagkaroon. Ay, okay na ako. May nag-view na. Hindi ko alam kung meron pa nag-view dito. Just check it out. Just check it out. No, 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 no. Ayaw ko exit. Slow mo this one. Yes, guys. Ano ba maganda? Umalis na. Umalis na yung isang viewer natin. 3 beers. What do you think? Three programmers walk into a bar. He held his hand 2 years. It is in zero index. 0, 1, 2, 3 beers. Well, hindi ko na-explain kaya bahala dyan. Hindi naman ako gamer eh. Yes, but okay. Some Altman, trillions of dollars in personal data from an oligopoly. Open source siya kasi pwede na, siya may open source, open. Makikita niya sa GitHub. Parang, no, punta tayo sa ibang desktop. Guys, hindi ko alam kung nakikita niya pa rin. Let's check GitHub. Ibang GitHub. Yeah. DeepSeek. Yan. Yep. Dito nyo mahanap. Open source lang siya. Um, yan. Nakikita niyo yan. Ah, Sabi na po, pag gumagamit pa kayo ng GitHub guys, nilalagyan niyo yung readme. Like, ano ba ang dapat? Ano bang magandang readme? So, ito yung mga contributors. 100% Python. They have an MIT license. Grabe. Hey guys, willing ba kayo matutong ng AI? Kaya ako siguro soon, but not now. Huwag muna ngayon. Hindi pa talaga ako nakapit. Wala akong magawa. Yan. It's just, may balik. Access our most powerful model, $20 a month. DeepSeek. Proof. Users. Tell me the truth. I'm ready to make it. Services. You're better off using Outlook. Hindi pa ako nakapag-ano ng Outlook. May pagets. Or i7, third. May pagi ko, got himself from the blog food. At least may ambag. So, gabi ka smooth. Yeah. Alam niya, you never get errors. How? If you don't want bugs, pag-asawa na kayo sa bugs, guys. Wala niyo makikita ng mga errors. Never do coding. But basically, parang ganun na nga. What? Sid, did you know that in Korea they had created a graveyard for Internet Explorer for its resting place? Ah, okay. He was a good tool to download other browsers. Okay, katulad nito, itong laptop ko, Internet Explorer lang meron. Ay, Microsoft Edge, binago nilang pangalan. Download ka lang ng Google Chrome, Firefox. Meron pa akong Firefox din eh. It's just, wala ito. I didn't experience it, but nakikita ko. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kaya nga tayo nag-react ng mga memes. When you go to bed and your friend, alam niyo guys, do you have this kind of experience na matulog kayo, pag matulog kayo, hindi kayo makatulog is because iniisip mo yung, let's talk, let's talk. Alam ba guys, kapag matutulog ako, nahihirapan ako matulog kasi is because bag, iniisip ko kung anong mali. Iniisip ko kung anong mali dun sa code ko. Like legit, iniisip ko. Kaya, nahihirapan din ako eh. Minsan nahihirapan talaga ako matulog is because iniisip ko kung anong problem doon sa code ko. You feel me? Like, ganun eh. I have problem. Kung yun ba naka-experience din kayo? Anyway, let me share first dito sa aking ano. Wait lang guys. I need to share this from my account. Let me share this in a group sa IT. Shout out sa IT Philippines. So also sa Codex community, yes, of course, those are very well beloved. What's up? What's up, Pia? What's up? Kamusta? Kamusta? What's up, Joseph? Ano sa dyan, Seth? Kamusta dyan sa Agusan? Yun, Agusan, tama ba? Oh, Agusan. Okay. Okay, let's go back. Balik tayo sa ating ano. Ano ba gawin natin ngayon? Bakit pa ako nandito? Wait a minute. Wait, hindi ko open naman ako. Let me check my messages first. Baka may important. Ay, Eugene, sorry, sorry. Wala pa po. Wala pa po, boss. Eugene, kung nandito ka man. Wala pa po. I-upload ko maya. Tapos, deadline ngayong araw. Kasi i-upload ko sa mga FTVG. Dun sa, ano yan? Dun sa Codex Community na website namin. Para, by the way guys, check niyo yung ano ko. Check yung website ng Codax. I-share ko ba ito? Yes, i-share natin. Wala. Wala pa. Codax. Think, offline pa na. Offline pa yun. Siyama. Yes. Nakabakasyon eh. Nakabakasyon siya. Nakabakasyon yung isa eh. Yung initiator nyo. Ah! Kaya yan, naswerte. Swertehan tayo. Going back, let's react to some memes, guys. Okay lang ba kayo? Let's lang ba? Let's react to some memes. Let's react to some memes. When you go to bed and yes, may gamer. Mobile. Well, ang cellphone ko hindi niya kaya maglaro. Mabuti naman para hindi ako makadistract. Yes, may balik. Dami na ako nakita niyan when you're forced. Oo. Yes, sir. Like, relate much kasi ayoko na medyo wag ka munang lumabas. Yes, yes, boss. I-upload ko na po. Sorry, huge. Di ko ma-upload sa live stream eh. Para for the confidentiality of our... Okay, so may tao. When you force your shut... Ah, hindi ako makaisip na maayos. When you force your computer to shut down, how it is, yes. Like, ayaw ko kasing pindutin. Pero ang sinasakal ko yung tunda. Ganyan. Tanan. Yan lang. Eh, guys, ganyan man nararamdaman niya. Ay, nawala na. Wait lang.
Replica for $5 million, 2 weeks. I got the CTO of DeepSeek on the phone. He claims he can build us an exact replica for $5 million, 2 weeks. How did you read this? Red Note.
Pwede alam guys.
We'd have. I got the CTO of DeepSeek on the phone. He claims he can build us an exact replica for $5 million, 2 weeks. How did you read this? Red Note. We'd have OpenAI's code in our code base. Jin Yang, how do you want to get paid? He says he wants 50-50, Trump coin and Melania coin.
I don't.
I'm glad to hear you're bullish in the United States.
We can't spend $5 million of our funding on
On a
Melania
Chinese
coin.
guy that's going to replicate DeepSeek.
No,
It's
this
a
is
steal.
a terrible idea.
Jin Yang, we're in. I got the CTO.
Well, there it goes. There it goes. Makikita niya. Okay, balik na tayo. Balik na tayo sa ating dapat gawin yung araw. Let's go here. Wala sa virtual natin. Virtual Oracle Virtual Box. Now, what's the problem with this one? I don't know. Alright? Hindi ko alam. Maybe there's something that we could do. Para. What's up, Sir Juniven Dionaldo Saavedra? I hope you pronounced your name right. Okay. Ups. Wait lang, sorry, Yuj. How can I reach you? Wait lang, ha? And by the way, should I recruit you guys? Should I recruit you? Dito sa aming Codex. Dito sa aming Codex. You can join our group. Yes, in which dito, it is a programmer community. Isn't that amazing? I site not found, wala. Di pa nakikita kasi it's offline. Ay, happy birthday pala kay Kuya GT. Shoutout sa'yo. Yes, dito. And also, kindly follow our Codex. Where's the Codex? Community. Dito. Yeah. Just press this one. And follow. Huge after stream. Okay, okay. Kasi si Eugene yung ano namin eh. Website. Website lead. Siya yung gumawa ng aming website, guys. Alright. Ano bang ganap? Ito, madaming ano, madaming kailangan pa palang gawin sa bahay. Hmm. Wala bang graphics? Wala akong magawa eh. Okay naman. Okay lang sana. Sana dyan. What can we do about this? Yes, guys, we're also looking for a public relations materials maker. Okay. That's a mouthful one. Yeah. Basta kung willing lang kayo, okay na kayo. Okay na ako. Hindi naman ako magtatanggap sa inyo. Okay, expertise in layout design, typography, color theory, visual hierarchy, and image manipulation. Ability to translate marketing goals into visually compelling designs, effective. By the way, guys, wala talaga to dito sa community. Dito is non-profit. We don't have a money to talaga sweldo sa inyo. Because this is driven by advocacy. Malabas ang kulot ko. Oh, driven by advocacy. And that's it. So, it's probably your own free will if you want to join. Wala mga dito na kanino. Sabi ko dito kanino. Yan. Sir, maraming share. Eh, nagkakagain na ng from the IT Philippines. What's up? Shoutout dyan sa IT Philippines. Ito talagang katulong sa akin personally. Lang, di ba mo naririnig dito si Manos? Say hi, Manos. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say hi. Say hi. Hmm. Ito pa si Manos, guys. So say hi. Kahit sa exposure mo, ha? Hmm. Nakatingin ka sa camera? Nakatingin ka sa camera? Ha? Ha? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Salita ni Manos. Restrictions of domain. Oh, okay. So what can we do about that? Mahirap no? Mahirap lang mag-grind, guys. Okay, sige. Smooth. Muntikan ko lang stop streaming eh. It's startup founded and owned by the Chinese stock trading firm High Flyer. Its goal is to build AI technologies along the lines of OpenAI's ChatGPT, chatbot, or goggles, Google's Gemini. By 2021, DeepSeek had acquired thousands of computer chips from the US chip maker NVIDIA, which are a fundamental part of any effort to create powerful AI systems. On January 10, it released a free chatbot app which was based on a new model called DeepSeek V3. Ay, kaya na tayo ng virtual box, guys. So, dito, virtual machine. Kasi, kaya guys, pag inaran ko, like normal start, which, huh, what's this one? Problem. Guys, could you help me? Let me, add this up. May music naman tayo, para hindi siya boring. Kasi I'm learning it for lang, but whatever music, I would like it. Chill lang, chill. Magpa-focus tayo. Paano ba? If you have any idea, guys, what's up, Ate Rini? So if you have any idea, think like, ah, by the way, kita ka sa stream. Kita ka sa stream. Lang, may napatry pa na, ano? Bookmark ba? Facebook? Oh, YouTube din. Twitch din. Ito? Ha? Makumot. Manipis kasi. Pagitis ko manipis. Ito natin sa isa. Hindi ko magana yung virtual machine ko. Okay. But, hindi ako makalagin kasi ano pa daw. Ah, hindi ako. Eh, ah, tingnan mo. Ow! Ow! Tama yan. Ano ba? Hindi lagi na. for example, ito. Continue. Ha? Gumana! Gumana mo din kanina. Be, tatlong tayo. Ah, ito. Ano kaiba nito? Ano itong deep think? Ah, gusto mo yung ganyan? Ano maganda, ganito or wala? Okay. So, i-screenshot lang natin yung problem. Hindi mo alam. What seems to be the problem? I, why can't I start my virtual machine in my laptop? Okay, tingnan ko matalino. Thinking. Dali. I-check. Okay. Sige, sige. Okay, let's try to figure out. Marouse, maingay. I remember that in Windows, some error codes can be looked up. Maybe this one is related to a system issue. Let me check mm, what that means. Oh, right, that's status stack buffer overrun, which usually indicates a buffer overrun in the code. But how does that relate to VirtualBox? So ganito pala siya ads ang supply. Tingnan mo kayo. Wait lang, tingnan ko muna yung mga chat natin. Kumusta ba kayo dyan? Okay lang ba kayo? Okay pa ba kayo? Okay lang ba kayo, guys? I mean, uh, grabe yan, shoutout pa. Yes, of course, Ate Ray, kayo pa. Kayo pa, of course naman. Hindi pwedeng hindi ma-shoutout si Ate Ray. Lalo-lalo na yung mga naging bites guest natin. Okay, sabay kayo. Sabi ni Deep, Deep, DeepSeek. The user mentioned that VM terminated unexpectedly during startup. Nakikita niyo ba guys? Baka mukha ko lang makikita niyo dito sa... Ayaw kong ganyan. Ayaw kong ganyan kayo sa akin. Mukha ko lang talaga. Ay, wait lang. Mukha ko lang ba? Ayan. It's a good thing na hindi lang mukha ko. I hope maano ko yung yung mga comments dyan sa Facebook. Pero ang support niya lang kasi is yung ibang streaming. Ika ito. Okay, tipsy. Use a generic failure which is a bit vague. I should consider common fixes first, maybe reinstalling VirtualBox, or checking if there's a conflict with antivirus or Windows Defender. Sometimes security software block virtualization processes. Also ensuring that hardware virtualization in the BIOS is of course, for example, tingnan natin ito dito. Up, hindi pala yan. Performance. Yes, nakikita niyo itong virtualization, guys. Ito. It is enabled. Enabled naman. Also checking Windows updates. Yes. Check the hardening log. Look for DLLS processes. Not after. Ano ba? How should I go about fixing this? Kaka-download ko lang. Na ano ko naman. Ayos ko naman. Mhm. Huh. Hypervisor? Eh? What if we run natin siya run as administrator? Let's start to run it again. Yes. Counter ang problem. What can I do to fix this? Let's let him think. Let him cook. Let him cook. Your trial level is over. Thinking. Pasensya na guys kung di ko kayo nakikita. Thank you sa faithful viewers. Yan. Almost 1 hour tayo sa stream. Nag-iisa naman. Okay po. Like, naiinis na ako. Oh no! Ulit. Kasi dito,
And choose. And that's it. I'll click on start and it will start. Now one thing I've just
start niya.
clicked inside this virtual machine. And what it will do is it will allow me to use my mouse and my keyboard for my computer inside the virtual machine. But what can happen is it can also be kind of hard to get out of it. So they give you a little host key option to get out of there.
YouTube. Problem in virtual. Ah.
So guys, to fix this problem, we need to restart the computer and then click on restart. Now, as the computer is restarting, you want to spam the delete key on your keyboard.
What's up dyan, Ayan? What's up, my friend? Kumusta ang ating ano dyan? Ang ating pagka-attack. Yan. Tayo.
And take you into this screen. Now, if you're still on this, you want to make sure that you're on the MIT. Then you want to click on Advanced CPU Core Settings. And then you want to make sure that SVM mode right here has been set to enabled. And then you want to
Hindi naman siya aborted. Ano bang problem? Sino problema niya? Ano ba? Vernon na. Ano bang problem? Status object name not found. Status object name not found. Status object name 1. I hope hindi na ako ganito may problem. Yun. Siyempre. Okay, X. Solution 1. So to local disk. Program files, power ISO. Okay, sige guys. Sabay natin. Folder. Acer. Yan. Program files. Sa ISO. Ano ko ISO? Ay, Oracle. There's the Oracle. Okay. Okay, the virtual box. Okay, the drivers. Okay. Ay, kala ko USB. Okay. Asan? Okay. Install. Guys, wait lang. Mali ako. Yun. Yan. Okay. So, maniwala. Salig lang. Yes. Okay, yes. CMD. Go to command prompt. Anong gagawin niya? Okay. Go start. SC. Start VBox DRV. Sino kami? Okay ba? Wala man ako chat box. So, may virtual box na eh. Testing. Okay, may ganun pa rin. May problema. May saltik. Okay, may saltik pa rin, guys. Okay. Okay, X natin. Okay. Okay, service. Okay, pumunta sa service. X. Let's go to service. Ayoko na yung mga itong sikot-sikot. But first, check natin itong natin. Check ko muna kayo. Kamusta ba kayo dyan? Buhay ba kayo? What's up? 6 viewers! Let's go! Let's go, my 6 viewers. Let's chat lang ako. Let's go! 6 viewers. Makikita niya. Yun lang, ba't lang chat? Kasi chat. Kita naman kayo chat. Ayusin natin ito sila. Yun, good job. Oh, nag-i-apat na. Tumunta kayo. Okay, balik. Ayun na nabuboardingan kayo sa akin. Okay. Ito na tatagatin. Services.msc. Okay. So may kulang. Services.msc. Services na. Virtual box system. Okay. So, search nito, virtual. I don't know. It's easy. No? Start. Guys, restart ko ba? Kabado na eh. Kabado. Restart ko. Ayaw mo restart ka eh. Ano na, restart ba kayo? Ano ba kayo? Ayaw mo muna restart. Ayaw mo muna. Restart ko ba? Oo. Hindi. Kaya na pala guys. Guys, ano na yung question? Restart ko ba? Guys, kayo na pala. Kaya na, hindi. Nasa inyo na. Sa inyong mga kamay kung i-restart ko to. Hindi. Hindi ko mag-fix ako. I-run ko. Virtual. Word. Oh, ayan pa rin. Reset to. Kaya pala guys. Kayo mga nanonood. Restart ko. Hintay na ako ito. Maghintay na ako guys. Guys, maghintay na ako. Guys, like ito kasi yung burden. Help guys, help. Restart ko ba? Oo, hindi. Activate. Wait lang. Activate ko pala. Okay, open. Ayun. Restart. Guys, kayo na bahala. Guys, usap. Okay, usap. Restart ko. Hindi. Restart ko. Hindi. Restart ko. Hindi. Restart ko. Hindi. Restart ko ba or hindi? Restart ko ba or hindi? Restart ko ba? Guys, pindutin nyo lang yan. Pindutin nyo lang. Restart ko ba hindi? Restart ko ba hindi? Kung i-restart ko, babalik lang din naman. Restart ko ba hindi? Restart ko. Restart ka. Ay, bakit kaya pala sa sarili ko? Guys, pindutin. Magansaya kayo, magansaya kayo. Start ko ba hindi? guys na pa yung answer. Kahit is lang mag-answer dyan. Oo man or hindi, i-restart ko ang laptop. Hindi mo na akong tuloy. At pagkabalik ko, sana may nag-answer na. Or may nag-chat na. Yun siya. Lahat mga 6 viewers ko dyan na nag-challenge. Ba't ako nag-answer? Sa mga viewers ko na nonchalant, I hope they're having a great day. Okay, so wala nang nag-respond. Nanood na tayo ng Linux. Behind the mic. Behind the mic. Is it TED Talks again? Ah. Wait a minute. Yung ito yung monitor, bro. Monitor? Ito po. What's up? Wait lang. Ano daw? Yung physical na monitor or yung ito? Hindi ko alam kung ano ginamin mo. Sorry. I hope na-satisfy ko yung ano mo. Yung curiosity sa aking result page. Monitor ko. May per-V. So, ganun. Wait lang, baguhan na po ako. Sorry po, pasensyahan na po ako. I think okay na ito. Virtual machine. Okay, virtual machine. Let's go. Ay, virtual box? Sinunod ko naman. Sinunod ko na yung sa YouTube. Kailangan ko ng i-restart. I think mamaya i-restart ko na. And yun, i-start ko lang. And pero ayos ka naman, pero it just needs some restart ko lang. I hope okay na din. Zap, right click, create new virtual machine. Okay, alright. Right click. Ito, new. Ito pa. Ito bang email niya? Ito, new. Kasi pag pinag-click ko, hindi ma-right click eh. Eh, continue. Say, test. This is a test. And let's, um, say, two, let's finish it. Tama? What's that? Right? Mhm. Finish. See it, finish it. Let's try to start it. See. So tell me a little bit fast. Progress. So, nasunod ko naman. Sa mga hindi ko na, yung mga process na nagawa ko na. Yun. Ayan. Ito, virtual box system service. Realization. Pag after mo that, na-restart mo yung service, i-restart mo yung computer. Yan, hindi ko pa na-restart kasi nag-lag. I'm just taking the time na we'll make this 2 hour stream. Yan, wala ka 1 hour pa. Yes, sir. Tapos naka-download na ako ng Kali Linux. Yes. Pakita ko po ang files ko. Wait lang. Hindi ko alam kung maririnig yung Simalos. Large icons, yes. Into Kali Linux. So far, so good. I think restart. I think bukas mo live stream mo para makita natin kung talagang okay na to. Matestingan ko eh. Ah,
This is such a strange thing. Your software, Linux, is in millions of computers. It probably powers much of the internet. And I think that there are like 1.5 billion active Android devices out there. Your software is in every single one of them. It's kind of amazing. You must have some amazing software headquarters driving all this. That's what I thought. And I was shocked when I saw a picture of it. I mean, this is the Linux World Headquarters. Where,
Yeah, it really doesn't look like much. And I have to say, the most interesting part in this picture that people mostly react to is the walking desk. It is the most interesting part in my office, and I'm not actually using it anymore. And I think the two things are related. The way I work is I want to not have external stimulation. You can kind of see it on the walls are this light green. I'm told that at mental institutions they use that on the walls because it's like a calming color. It's not something that really stimulates you. What you can't see is the computer here. You only see the screen. But the main thing I worry about in my computer is it doesn't have to be big and powerful, although I like that. It really has to be completely silent, right? I know people who work for Google and they have their own small data center at home, and I don't do that. My office is the most boring office you'll ever see, and I sit there alone in the quiet. If the cat comes up, it sits in my lap, and I want to hear the cat purring, not the sound of the fans in the computer.
So this is astonishing because working this way, you're able to run this vast technology empire. It is an empire. So that's an amazing testament to the power of open source. Tell us how you got to understand open source and how it led to the development of Linux.
I mean, I still work alone. I mean, don't really. I work alone in my house, often in my bathrobe. When a photographer shows up, I dress up, so I have clothes on. And that's how I always worked. I mean, this was how I started Linux too. I did not start Linux as a collaborative project. I started it as one in a series of many projects I had done at the time for myself, partly because I needed the end result, but even more because I just enjoy programming. So it was about the end of the journey, which 25 years later we still have not reached.
Ooh, may ano, by Jake Lester. What's up, bro? What's up? Oh, by any chance, can you delete an old Facebook account? I don't have any access with that account. Hmm, I don't know. I'm very sorry to tell you that, but hindi po ako marunong eh. Hindi ako marunong. Sorry. Like, ito hindi ako, like, ako kasi hindi ako marunong talaga. Like hacking, so on and so forth. But I do know someone. Maybe you can PM me, bro, para i-direkta kita sa kanya. I do know na marunong siya mag-retrieve ng old account. I'm sorry tayo na hindi ako marunong. Hindi na ako nerd. Parang ano ako eh, parang upal lang, no? Upal na lang magawa sa mundo. Just PM me, don't worry. I-send ko sa yung Facebook niya. If, sorry. If, yun yung gusto mo. Okay, what's up, Sir Nef? Paano tayo pronounce Sir Nefi or Nefi? Barrera. Sir Nefi or Nefi? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. So yun yung answer ko, Sir Jake Lester. Sorry. But if you have to PM me, I could really, ma-lead kita sa kanya. Kailan ba? Alright, let's go. Wait a minute. Let's go back. Balik tayo. Okay, let's go back. Balik tayo. Balik. Wait lang. Dito kung sa gabal to. Natin yan dyan. Yun.
But it was really about the fact that I was looking for a project on my own, and there was no open source really on my radar at all. And what happened is the project grows and becomes something you want to show off to people, right? Really, this is more of a, wow, look at what I did. And trust me, it was not that great back then. I made it publicly available, and it wasn't even open source at that point. At that point, it was source that was open, but there was no intention behind using the kind of open source methodology that we think of today to improve it. It was more like, look, I've been working on this for half a year. I'd love to have comments, right? And other people approached me. I had at the University of Helsinki, I had a friend who was one of the open source. It was called mainly free software back then. And he actually introduced me to the notion that, hey, you can use these open source licenses that had been around, and I thought about it for a while. I was actually worried about the whole commercial interests coming in. I mean, that's one of the worries I think most people who start out have, is that they worry about somebody taking advantage of their work, right? And I decided, what the hell, right?
Huh. And then at some point, someone contributed some code that you thought, wow, that really is interesting. I would not have thought of that. This could actually improve this.
It didn't even start by people contributing code. It was more that people started contributing ideas. And just the fact that somebody else takes a look at your project, and I'm sure it's true of other things too, but it's definitely true in code, is that somebody else takes an interest in your code, looks at it enough to actually give you feedback and give you ideas, which that was a huge thing for me. I mean, so I was 21 at the time, so I was young, but I'd already programmed for half my life, basically. And every project before that had been completely personal, and it was a revelation when people just started commenting, started giving feedback on your code. And even before they started giving code back, that was, I think, one of the big moments where I said, I love other people, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm actually not a people person, right? I am, right? I don't really love other people. But I love computers. I love interacting with other people on email because it kind of gives you that buffer. But I do love other people who comment and get involved in my project, and it made it so much more.
And so was there a moment when you saw what was being built and it suddenly started taking off and you thought, wait a sec, there's actually could be something huge, not just a personal project that I'm getting nice feedback on, but a kind of an explosive development in the whole technology world?
Not really. I mean, the big point for me really was not when it was becoming huge, it was when it was becoming little, right? The big point for me was not being alone and having 10, maybe 100 people being involved. That was a big point. Then everything else was very gradual. Going from 100 people to 1 million people is not a big deal. To me, well, I mean, maybe it is if you want to sell your result, it's a huge deal, don't get me wrong. But if you're interested in the technology and you're interested in the project, the big part was getting the community. Then the community grew gradually, and there's actually not a single point where I went like, wow, that just took off. Because it took a long time, relatively.
So all the technologists I talked to really credit you with massively changing their work. And it's not just Linux, it's this thing called Git, which is this management system for software development. Tell us briefly about that and your role in that.
So one of the issues we had, and this took a while to start.
Hello, guys. I can see there are 3 viewers pa. It's good, it's good. Let's go, let's go. Let's learn something. Let's learn something from this.
Up here is when you grow from having 10 people or 100 people working on a project to having 10,000 people, which, I mean, right now we're in the situation where just on the kernel, we have 1,000 people involved in every single release, and that's every 2 months, roughly, 2 or 3 months. Some of those people don't do a lot, right? There's a lot of people who make small changes. But to maintain this, the scale changes how you have to maintain it. And we went through a lot of pain, and there are whole projects that do only source code maintenance. And CVS is the one that used to be the most commonly used. And I hated CVS with a passion and refused to touch it. And tried something else that was radical and interesting, and everybody else hated. And we were in this bad spot where we had thousands of people who wanted to participate, but in many ways, I was the kind of break point where I could not scale to the point where I could work on it with thousands of people. So Git is my second big project, which is only created for me to maintain my first big project, right? And this is literally how I work. Is I don't code for, well, I do code for fun, but I want to code for something meaningful. So every single project I've ever done has been something I needed, and
So really, both Linux and Git kind of arose almost as an unintended consequence of your desire not to have to work with too many people.
absolutely, yes. Now,
That's amazing.
yeah.
And yet, you're the man who's transformed technology not just once, but twice. And we have to try and understand why it is. Like, you've given us some clues, but here's a picture of you as a kid. You mentioned that you've been, with the Rubik's Cube, you mentioned that you've been programming since you were like 10 or 11, half your life. Were you this sort of...
You know what? I'm curious. I'm curious, guys. Kayo. Ilang taon kayong nagsimula mag-code? Like, ilang taon? Ilang taon nga ba kayong nagsimula mag-code? Nagsimula ako mag-code. When I was 17 years old. Like, first time I have printed or displayed a hello world in my computer is 17 years old. Lapit na ako mag-18. Theo, I'm curious. Si Linus Torvalds, I don't know if it's how laughing. Yes, Torvalds. Jeez, grabe yun. Ay, pagkabata sila.
Computer genius, uber nerd? Were you the star at school who could do everything? What were you like as a kid?
Yeah, I think I was the prototypical nerd. I mean, I was not a people person back then. That's my younger brother. I was clearly more interested in the Rubik's Cube than my younger brother, right? My younger sister, who's not in the picture, when we had family meetings, and it's not a huge family, but I have like a couple of cousins, she would prep me beforehand, like before I stepped into the room, she would say, okay, that's so-and-so, right? That's because I was a geek. I was into computers. I was into math. I was into physics. I was good at that. I don't think I was particularly exceptional. Apparently, my sister said that my biggest exceptional quality was that I would not let go. Right? I would just.
Okay, so let's go there because that's interesting. You would not let go. So that's not about being a geek and being smart. That's about being stubborn.
That's about being stubborn. That's about like just starting something and not saying, okay, I'm done. Let's do something else. Look shiny. And I noticed that in many other parts in my life too, that I lived in Silicon Valley for 7 years. And I worked for the same company in Silicon Valley for the whole time. That is unheard of, right? That's not how Silicon Valley works. The whole point of Silicon Valley is that people jump between jobs to kind of mix up the pot. And it's not the kind of person.
Silicon Valley is not a real place kasi naririnig ko yun eh. Global Center of Technological Innovation located in the South San Francisco Bay Area. Like that, that doesn't mean Interesting.
But during the actual development of Linux itself, that stubbornness sometimes brought you in conflict with other people. I mean, talk about that a bit. Was that essential to sort of maintain the quality of what was being built? How would you describe what happened?
I don't know if it's essential. Going back to the I'm not a people person, sometimes I'm also, shall we say, myopic when it comes to other people's feelings. And that sometimes makes you say things that hurt other people. And I'm not proud of that, right? But at the same time, I get people who tell me that I should be nice. And then when I try to explain to them that maybe you're nice, maybe you should be more aggressive, they see that as me being not nice. And what I'm trying to say is we are different. I'm not a people person. It's not something I'm particularly proud of, but it's part of me. And one of the things I really like about open source is it really allows different people to work together. We don't have to like each other, and sometimes we really don't like each other, really. I mean, there are very, very heated arguments, but you can find things that you don't even agree to disagree. It's just that you're interested in really different things. And coming back to the point where I said earlier that I was afraid of commercial people taking advantage of your work, it turned out, and very quickly turned out, that those commercial people were lovely, lovely people, and they did all the things that I was not at all interested in doing, and they had completely different goals, and they used open source in ways that I just did not want to go, but because it was open source, they could do it, and it actually works really beautifully together. And I actually think it works the same way. You need to have the people, the communicators, the warm and friendly people who really want to hug you and get you into the community, but that's not everybody, and that's not me, right? I care about the technology. There are people who care about the UI. I can't do UI to save my life. I mean, if I was stranded on an island, and the only way to get off that island was to make a pretty UI, I'd die there, right? So there's different kinds of people, and I'm not making excuses. I'm trying to explain.
Now, when we talked last week, though, you talked about some other trait that you had, which I found really interesting. It's this idea called taste, and I've just got a couple of images here. Now, apparently, I think this is an example of not particularly good taste in code, and this one is better taste, which, as one can immediately see. What is the difference between these two?
So this is how many here have coded, right?
Oh my goodness!
Okay, so I guarantee you, everybody who raised their hand, they have done what's called a singly linked list, and it's taught this. The first, not very good taste approach is basically how it's taught to be done when you start out coding, and you don't have to understand the code. The most interesting part to me is the last if statement.
Siya. Yung gets brave. Because now, wala. Walk is equals to head. Walk list. Why walk is not equal to entry. Is equal to walk. After it's a walk. So walk is equal to because the head inches walk is equals to walk. Let's go to the next one. Remove the entry by updating the head of the previous entry. So if not preview, if it is not the previous preview, if it is not, I don't know kung nakikita nyo guys. Nakikita nyo. Oh, sorry, hindi ba nakikita? Sige, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sige ito. Ayan. Ito. Singly linked list kasi linked list. Data structures 101. Okay, so hindi lang kung meron pa tayong viewers. Okay, so may tatlo pa. Let me search ko na sing, di pa ako magkamali. Oh, yes. Ito. Yan, kung nakikita niyo yan. Let's go to, see what's happening. Ha, ito nga. So let's just say, ito, they go here. So let's say, single link case, ito yung head, ito yung tail, and there's yung connection dito sa head, tapos ito yung tail, this head, this tail, and this tail. So this is the tail. Ah, ito ba? Okay, kita. Okay. Hindi, so ganyan. The single link is holding dito sa code, which makikita natin dito sa code. So may code na. So si previous daw, is not null. So ito si ito si pre. Guys, the little bits. It's how people gets. Ay, ba't ito ba ito? Ito si brief. Eh, kung magkukumix na yun. Brief. Walk the list. So, I walk. Isang equals to entry. Let's just, what do you want in?
Because what happens in a singly linked list when this is trying to remove an existing entry from a list, and there's a difference between if it's the first entry or whether it's an entry in the middle. Because if it's the first entry, you have to change the pointer to the first entry. If it's in the middle, you have to change the pointer of a previous entry. So there are two completely different cases.
And that's better.
And this is better. It does not have the if statement. And it doesn't really matter to, I mean, I don't, does not have completely different cases. In the middle, you have to
So, if. Ah, okay. So, ito na si head. Sige, pointer. Pointer siya dito sa head. Tapos kung hindi yan si entry, ito naman yung pointer. Wala. Record kay walk, tapos yung walk to next. So, dito siya pupunta. Walk to next. Remove the entry that putting that wala. Tanggalin. Sabi na. Ito ganun. Huwag tayo magpanggap. Guys, huwag tayo magpanggap. Alam naman natin kung ano ating kahinaan. Huwag tayo magpanggap. Huwag tayo magpanggap, guys. Sakit magpanggap. Sakit sa doon dahil nagkakaroon ka ng imposter syndrome.
entry, you have to change the pointer to the first entry. If it's in the middle, you have to change the pointer of a previous entry. So there are two completely different cases.
And that's better.
And this is better. It does not have the if statement. And it doesn't really matter to, I mean, I don't want you to understand why it doesn't have the if statement, but I want you to understand that sometimes you can see a problem in a different way.
Now this address of the head. Now, link this kasi may head tapos may tail. Yung tail nagpo-point to another head.
And rewrite it so that a special case goes away and becomes the normal case. And that's good code. But this is simple code. This is CS 101. This is not important, although details are important. to me, the sign of people I really want to work with is that they have good taste, which is how I sent you this stupid example that is not relevant because it's too small. Good taste is much bigger than this. Good taste is about really seeing the big patterns and kind of instinctively knowing what's the right way to do things.
Okay, so we're putting the pieces together here now. You have taste in a way that's meaningful to software people. You're a computer.
I think it was meaningful to some people here.
You are a very smart computer coder, and you're hellish stubborn. But there must be something else. I mean, you've changed the future. You must have this ability to have these grand visions of the future. You're a visionary, right?
So I've actually felt slightly uncomfortable at TED for the last 2 days because there's a lot of vision going on, right? And I am not a visionary. I do not have a 5-year plan. I'm an engineer, and I think it's really, I'm perfectly happy with all the people who are walking around and just staring at the clouds and looking at the stars and saying, I want to go there. But I'm looking at the ground and I want to fix the pothole that's right in front of me before I fall in, right? This is the kind of person I am, right?
So good. So you spoke to me last week about these two guys. Who are they, and how do you relate to them?
Well, so this is a kind of cliche in technology, the whole Tesla versus Edison, where Tesla is seen as the visionary scientist and crazy idea man, and people love Tesla. I mean, there are people who name their companies after him. The other person there is Edison, who is actually often vilified for being kind of pedestrian, and his most famous quote is, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." And I'm in the Edison camp, even if people don't always like him, because if you actually compare the two, Tesla has kind of this mind grab these days, but who actually changed the world? Edison may not have been a nice person. He did a lot of things. He was maybe not so intellectual, not so visionary, but I think I'm more of an Edison than a Tesla.
So our theme at TED this week is dreams, big, bold, audacious dreams. You're really the antidote to that.
I'm trying to dial it down a bit, yes.
That's good. We embrace you. We embrace you.
Okay.
Companies like Google and many others have made arguably like billions of dollars out of your software. Does that piss you off?
No. No, I mean, it doesn't piss me off for several reasons, and one of them is I'm doing fine, right? I'm really doing fine. But the other reason is, I mean, without doing the whole open source and really letting go thing, Linux would never have been what it is. And it's broad experiences. I don't really enjoy public talking, but at the same time, this is an experience, trust me, right? So there's a lot of things going on that makes me a very happy man and thinking I did the right choices.
Is the open source idea, and this is, I think we'll end here, is the open source idea fully realized now in the world? Or is there more that it could go? Are there more things that it could do?
So I'm of two minds there. I think one reason open source works so well in code is that at the end of the day, code tends to be somewhat black and white. There's often a fairly good way to decide this is done correctly and this is not done well, right? Code either works or it doesn't, which means that there's less room for arguments. And we have arguments despite this, right? In many other areas, I mean, people have talked about open politics and things like that, and it's really hard sometimes to say that, yes, you can apply the same principles in some other areas, just because it's the black and white turns into not just gray, but different colors, right? So obviously open source in science is making a comeback. Science was there first, but then science ended up being pretty close with very expensive journals and some of that going on, and open source is making a comeback in science now with things like ArchiveX and open journals, Wikipedia changed the world too, right? So there are other examples. I'm sure there are more to come. But I'm not saying
But
it's
you're not a visionary, and so it's not up to you to name them.
no. It's up to you guys to make them, right?
Exactly. Linus Torvalds, thank you for Linux. Thank you for the internet. Thank you for all those Android coins. Thank you for coming here to TED and revealing so much of yourself. Thank you. That was really, really nice.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Kailan tayo makapag... Kailan tayo makapag sa TED Talk? Kailan tayo makapag sa TED Talk, guys? Makapagsalita. Ano kayong contribution natin? Could you say that you are a visionary? I don't know. Trying each day, grinding each day, streaming, learning to code, knowing things will probably benefit you in the long run, and that's it. That's how it works. And I think dito na din ang ating streaming. It's been a good stream so far. Marami tayong na-include dito sa ating stream. I hope you're having a great day right now. And see ya. See ya everyone sa next stream natin. Hindi na nalaman kung kailan. Salamat. Let's follow the link in those YouTube, in those Facebook, in those Twitch. Malalaman yan kung saan. Okay? Follow the Codex community, guys. Doon tayo magkakaroon ng mga ganong klaseng talks. Virtual nga lang. Sa ngayon. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.